Let's go to the intensive care unit of the Confanoche Teaching Hospital. It will, for the next 2 weeks, operate at half capacity after most doctors there were asked to go into isolation. A memo cited by JoyNews says staff at the facility were exposed to a patient who turned out positive for COVID-19. We'll bring you more on our story later. Meantime, though, COVID-19 is depriving many families in the Ashanti region of the customary and cultural obligation to their departed relatives as funerals remain on hold due to the pandemic. Commercial funeral organizers and contractors, including criers, are also feeling the pinch. My colleague Ohim Interior of our health desk again has been assessing the economic impact of the funeral ban on families which have lost loved ones. Here is his report.
For Asantis, funerals are meant to honor the transition of the soul of deceased persons to the ancestral world. Such rites are uniquely and flamboyantly done under the strict Ashanti culture. Funerals have become serious business in social gathering to mourn the dead and also make merry. The coronavirus pandemic has, however, caused many funerals to be postponed, called off or reduced to quick burial services. It means the usual hard grief process is put on hold, becoming a more difficult terrain to navigate. Naomi Mensah Ajay lost her 76-year-old father, Francis Kojo Mensah, an ex-military officer 8 months ago.
Olumai Frimu 16th November no. Inti nurse ye yento to yesi be yin 28 March. Ya ye bi preparation ye bibia wi akopento Olumai Fio nyina ni akra nachi. Amase ye ni bibia e basa.
The family, before Ghana recorded the first confirmed case of COVID-19, had set March 28, 2020 for the funeral. Introduction of presidential restrictions in pandemic response action forced an indefinite postponement of the funeral, which means additional cost.
Mami we so 20 years more years e be remu. Nti esenka ye be ka omumi enu abom. Na ye say mane ma asa kwa ebasa nti ye ma ye ready aho pa.
Naomi and her relatives are not alone in such dilemma, as hundreds of families face similar situations. Commercial funeral criers and contractors are also at the receiving end.
Yeah, Rade.
Meet one of them, a Rajwa from Poma. Bereaved families hire her services as a sit-in widow or presenter of Adichere or range of funeral gifts.
I'm a Juma, me a yase a Juma. Upu biamane swamam. Obuha untiminsu. Emyase bia bibia ya no na enya ne ya. Nenso wani nsu. Enti mitimisum. Ena wo waso na wo achi ayi opese wo yi na ye na wo hihye nema. Said the Bible can say so be we not see any how pon backcross or faso a chain.
Together with 7 other people she employs, her opportunities have grounded. She can only hope to see COVID-19 over one day.
Senyame boawa na wotwe bi wo ho a timinya bi a opepepe dunai. Na da enya kura na wotwe bi wo ho a obenya opepepe nai. Sese de ni nyina ahwere.
Confanoche Auto Health and Ambulance Service is a well-organized group operating on the precincts of Ghana's second largest referral facility. When the news team visited the terminal at about 5 p.m. on Friday, tens of them had been rendered idle. Virtually, no bodies are cleared from the morgue for burial. Nana Owusu Jemfi is the acting chairman of the Driver Association.
From
Kumasi, for JoyNews, Ohim Interior reporting.
So let me take you back to the intensive care unit at the Kofa Teaching Hospital, which we understand for the next 2 weeks will operate at half capacity. My colleague Erastus Asaridonko is on the ground for us with details. Hello, Erastus.
Yeah, Gifty.
Erastus, what can you report from there?
Well, so information we are getting from the ICU of the Kofa Teaching Hospital is that many of the doctors have been exposed to the disease because of a polytrauma patient they attended to about 4 days ago. And so as we speak today, many of them have taken the COVID-19 test and they are expecting the results within 24 hours to know their fate. So currently, as we speak, the ICU is not running as it should be. Doctors are not available to attend to all cases, and so they are restricting themselves to cases that need urgent attention, emergencies, and then referring the others. That is what we have. But then the isolation centers that we have at the Kofa Teaching Hospital and the Kumasi South Hospital, we understand, are overstretched, and currently they are full. What I'm hearing from doctors is that they are seeing severe cases now. People are coming in with cases that are not asymptomatic as we used to see. People are now getting sick. And so it's overstretching the facilities that they have to the extent that at Kofa they are bringing some of the cases closer to the wards, which is not advisable.
So as many as 200 people, 200 health workers who have been asked to isolate, Erastus. I'm wondering how people who are coming in with these conditions you are mentioning feel about it. Did you speak to some of them? What did they tell you?
Well, the few doctors on standby are now attending to just emergency cases. And so many of the families who have come in with emergency cases will have to wait for their turn. And if they are not able to attend to them in a manner of a few minutes, then they are referred to other facilities. But in Kumasi, it's only Kofa Teaching Hospital which can really advance the kind of care that people need. So it's coming as a worrying situation for families who are here and people who want emergency care for their patients.
And for you, what have you observed being there today? What can you see there?
Well, I can see, I saw patients who are gathered outside. You know, there are strict enforcement of health protocols currently, and so patients are not, families are not allowed to enter the intensive care unit unless they nominate one person to go in there. So you can see many patients outside. In the morning, there are those who brought people to be attended to. They will have to be triaged, and if they think that your case needs urgent attention, they will attend to you. I saw patients, people who have taken their people elsewhere because they feel that their condition is not so urgent and that they can seek health care elsewhere. That is the situation we have here at the Kofa Teaching Hospital.
Erastus, thank you for that update. Erastus Asaridonko, who joined me live from the Kofa Teaching Hospital in the Ashanti region capital of Kumasi.